It's time for Ask the Expert. You have questions about real estate. Our Home Center Network experts have the answers.
I'm a real estate investor. As a professional real estate agent, what is the number one mistake that you see investors make?
I love this question. I work a lot with builders and investors and frequently see investors not having one specific real estate agent to help them. Almost always, investors need someone to help them with determining whether they should purchase a specific property or not, which features to include in that home, and many times even they need specific help with paint colors, faucets, light fixtures, and much more. Investors, regardless of your specific needs, get a great realtor that is looking out for your best interests. Trust me, find that right agent for you and it can take your rehabbing and flipping business to a much higher level.
I'm thinking about making an offer on a home, but I'm worried it won't appraise. Do I make an offer anyway?
You can certainly go ahead and make your offer. Just be sure it's contingent on the home appraising. If there is a lender involved, the home has to appraise anyway in order to receive the loan to purchase the home. If you are paying cash and the home doesn't appraise for the purchase price, you can always renegotiate the price down to the appraised amount or walk away.
We're looking to purchase our first home. How do we know we're not overpaying?
Well, there are a couple of ways to know that you aren't paying more for a home than it's worth. First, prior to making an offer, have your real estate agent do a comparative market analysis for you. It will show you comparable homes in the area and their prices. Second, when getting a loan for your home, your mortgage company will require that an appraisal is completed, which shows that the home appraises for the amount that you've offered. If it doesn't appraise, you won't get the loan.
My husband and I are getting ready to purchase a home. What is a common mistake you see buyers make?
That's a great question. All too often I see buyers going out and looking at homes without having the slightest idea of the amount they qualify for. Knowing that amount saves everyone involved time and money. Plus, having a pre-approval letter in hand to attach to your offer to purchase the home of your dreams can significantly increase your odds of getting that home, especially in today's crazy market. So first, hire a realtor to help guide you through the process, which the first step in the process is getting pre-approved. Ask your agent who they recommend and begin there. Good luck.
We're planning on selling our house soon. What's the number one mistake sellers make?
That's a great question. I'd say, hands down, it can be nothing short of painful to watch sellers price their homes incorrectly. Of course, sellers want the most for their property, but the price is the price. One common strategy many sellers use is the old, let's price it at the higher price and we will revisit the price in 30 to 45 days from now if it hasn't sold. That's absolutely not a good strategy. First, buyers are smart and they're resourceful. They know what a home is really worth, and if they don't know, they have their buyer's agent helping them to know what it is worth. And second, time is not your friend when it comes to having your home on the market. Statistics show that the longer your home is on the market, the less you will net from the property. So price that home right from the beginning.
My husband and I are planning to sell our home in the next few months, and we're curious to know what the prices were of the recently sold homes in our neighborhood. How do we find out that information?
What homes sell for is public record, and you can get that information from tax records. However, it is probably going to be much easier for you to contact a licensed real estate agent. She or he will be able to help you to know what a home or a property closed for in your area. Two things to note though. First, if you want to know the actual price of a home closed within the past couple of weeks, odds are a realtor will be able to get you that information the quickest. And second thing to note, pending properties are confidential. You can't just call up the listing agent and ask what the sellers are getting. That realtor won't be able to answer those questions because those pending transactions are confidential.
I'm planning to buy a house in the next month or so, and I'm planning to pay cash. I'm thinking that if I pay cash, I can get a better deal. Is this correct?
So many buyers tend to think that paying cash can get them a better deal. Unfortunately, this just isn't true in most situations. Here's why. It's all cash to the seller. On the day of closing, regardless of if you're signing loan docs or wiring your personal funds, the seller still gets their money. An exception might be a cash buyer who is purchasing a home to tear down and has the cash and ability to close in, let's say, 7 to 10 days. Now, that has potential to help for paying cash. A word to caution, though, when paying cash for a property, remember, you get your home inspection and that appraisal completed on the home prior to closing.
I'm looking to purchase a home. When in the home buying process do I need to contact a mortgage lender?
First things first, find the right agent for you and your needs first thing. A great real estate professional will help you navigate through the entire home buying process, including finding a loan officer that provides competitive rates and excellent service.
I'm looking to buy a home. When in the home buying process should I call a real estate agent?
First things first, find the right agent for you and your needs first thing. A real estate professional can help guide you through the entire process, ensuring that nothing gets missed, skipped, or forgotten.
If I find a home for sale by owner, do I really need an agent? And if so, why?
Yes, yes, and yes. A buyer's agent is there for you to represent you and your best interests. Typically, buyers, sellers, builders, and investors do not conduct real estate transactions every day. There are so many aspects to what will probably be one of the biggest investments of your life, if not the biggest, unless you are looking to gamble with your hard-earned money. Get yourself an experienced, hard-working, and knowledgeable real estate agent right away, regardless if the property is listed or not.
I plan on paying cash for a home. Do I really need to get an appraisal?
An appraisal is always needed when a lender is involved. The mortgage company or bank wants to ensure they aren't loaning more than the home is worth, just in case a buyer defaults on the loan and the lender ends up with the home. But paying cash can get a bit risky because no one requires the appraisal, but if you aren't absolutely certain about the value of the property, how do you know that you aren't overpaying? My advice: always get an appraisal, even if you've seen a comparative market analysis that can be provided by your real estate agent.
I plan on buying a new home. Do I need to get a home inspection?
During the home building process, codes inspectors come out to the home at specified stages of construction. The reason is to ensure that the home is being built to a specified building code established by that particular county. Buyers must remember that a new home is an imperfect home built by imperfect people, including the best and most experienced builders. Hiring a home inspector is a great way to have a fresh pair of eyes looking over everything to give you peace of mind that you are getting a home that isn't in need of repair or correction.
So I have good credit but no down payment. Is there any way I could still buy a house?
Good credit is a great problem. Your first step is to get a pre-approval. Call me and I can discuss many ways that you can get 100% financing in today's market.
So I've heard a lot about short sales, but don't know what they are. What exactly is a short sale?
Okay, a short sale is basically when you owe more than your home is worth, as they say, underwater or upside down, and the bank has agreed to accept less than you owe on your mortgage. So that means that you would sell your house and do a short payoff to the bank, so therefore it is a short sale.
So if I choose to go with a short sale, what sort of out-of-pocket expenses should I be expecting?
Well, actually, this is a great deal for a seller. If you owe more than your house will sell for and you do a short sale, the lender, your lender, will actually pay all those fees that are involved. They'll pay the agent's commissions, they'll pay the title policy, the taxes, all of the fees that are involved, including, in most cases, I have rarely not had it happen, that they will pay the buyer's closing cost. So you get out scot-free. Basically, you will neither bring money to the table or receive any money at the table, and that's part of the guidelines of a short sale.
I'm looking to buy a new home. Should I use the agent in the model home or should I get my own agent?
Well, actually, yes. You do need your own agent with your own and have your own representation when you go to new construction and you're going to buy a new house. that's built from the ground up, or even one that is a spec home that's already completed and just sitting there waiting for you. Because the agent in that model represents the builder. So in every case, you do need your own representation, because you want to make sure that every I's dotted and every T's crossed, because when that agent in the model is representing the seller, they may not tell you things that you having your own agent would ask for. So always have your own representation with a buyer's agent. It's just the way to go.
My wife and I are planning to sell our home in a few months, but we have a few things we need to update. Should we go ahead and make those changes or call an agent first?
Call an agent first. Some things you may think need addressing and updating may not. To ensure you get your biggest bang for your buck, do not make any changes until you consult with an experienced real estate agent. Go through your home with that agent and create a plan together.
I'm thinking about selling my home. Does it really matter which real estate agent I use?
That's a great question, and yes is the answer. Just as I think we'd all agree that not all doctors are created equal, neither are real estate agents, and just as doctors have different specialties, so do realtors. When looking for the right agent for you, be sure to find an agent that specializes in the area, price point, and type of properties that you are looking to buy or sell.
My wife and I are looking to hire a real estate agent. How do we know which one is right for us?
When looking for a realtor to hire, most people want to work through the home buying, selling, building, or investing process with someone they feel like they like and trust. But be sure to ask the important questions you need to know the answers to prior to hiring an agent. For example, how many years have they been in the business, and do they work in the real estate business part-time or full-time? Not sure what to ask? Visit NashvilleMichelle.com for your free copy of my 10 questions to ask when hiring a real estate agent.
I'm getting ready to list my home. Should I get it staged?
Mostly staging is a must. There are staggering statistics that show not only will you typically recoup your staging investment, but staged properties tend to sell faster and for more money. Be sure to call your real estate agent prior to getting your home staged. Get them to evaluate your home to ensure you get everything you need when the stager comes.
What are closing costs?
Closing costs are everything you pay at closing. Lender fees, title insurance, attorney's fees, recording fees, your taxes and your insurance, anything that you need to buy your home.
As a home buyer, why do I need title insurance?
Well, when you buy the house, you definitely want to get an owner's title policy, because this is the biggest investment you will probably ever make. So in Tennessee, mostly the seller pays for it. So for you as a buyer, it usually doesn't cost you anything. However, that is all negotiable, but it protects your ownership in the property against unknown heirs, unreleased liens, unpaid taxes, anything that happened to the property before you bought it. So that's why it's so important to protect your interest in that property.